Cozy Corner Gardens. Your guide to growing joy. Welcome to Cozy Corner Gardens. Whether you're a seasoned green thumb or a complete beginner, I'm SEL, your guide to exploring the wonderful world of plants. In this extensive guide, you'll discover a treasure trove of tips, tricks, and practical advice to help you cultivate a thriving garden. We'll cover everything from seed starting and plant care to creating beautiful landscapes and overcoming common gardening challenges. So grab your gardening gloves, settle in, and let's grow something amazing together. Chapter 1. Laying the groundwork. 1.1 Assessing your garden space. Determining your gardening goals before starting your garden. It's essential to understand what you want to achieve. 1. Purpose. Are you growing vegetables, flowers, or a mix of both? Do you want a relaxing space or a productive garden? 2. Space analysis. Measure your space and note sunlight exposure, shade areas, and water sources. Microclimate and environment. Understanding your garden's microclimate will help in choosing the right plants. 1. Sunlight patterns. Track how sunlight moves through your garden to determine the best spots for sun-loving versus shade-tolerant plants. 2. Wind and moisture. Note areas exposed to strong winds or those that retain moisture, which can affect plant health. 1.2 Essential gardening tools and supplies. Basic tools for every gardener. Start with the fundamental tools that will help you manage your garden effectively. 1. Trowel and hand fork, for digging, planting, and weeding. 2. Pruning shears, essential for trimming and maintaining plants. 3. Gardening gloves. Protect your hands from thorns, chemicals, and rough soil. Advanced tools for experienced gardeners. As your skills grow, so can your toolset. 1. Soil pH tester. Helps in monitoring soil acidity to adjust for optimal plant growth. 2. Compost bin. Recycle garden and kitchen waste into nutrient-rich compost. 3. Garden kneeler. Provides comfort during long gardening sessions. Chapter 2. Starting from scratch. 2.1 Understanding soil basics. Soil composition and types. Healthy soil is the foundation of a thriving garden. 1. Soil types. Sandy, clay, silty, peaty, and loamy soils each have unique characteristics. 1. Loam is generally ideal due to its balanced texture and fertility. 2. Soil testing. Test your soil for pH and nutrient levels. 2. Amend the soil with lime to raise pH or sulfur to lower it as needed. Improving soil quality. Enhance your soil to support robust plant growth. 1. Composting. Create compost from organic waste to enrich soil with nutrients. 2. Mulching. Use organic mulch to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and improve soil structure. 2.2 Planting basics. Seed starting and germination. Starting plants from seeds is rewarding and economical. 1. Seed selection. Choose high-quality seeds from reputable suppliers. 1. Look for disease-resistant varieties. 2. Germination conditions. Provide seeds with the right conditions: warmth, moisture, and light. 2. Use seed trays and a light source if needed. Transplanting seedlings. Move your seedlings to their permanent home with care. 1. Hardening off. Gradually expose seedlings to outdoor conditions to prevent shock. 2. Transplanting. Ensure proper spacing and depth when planting seedlings in the garden. Chapter 3. Cultivating a vegetable garden. 3.1 Planning your vegetable garden. Garden layout and design. Effective planning maximizes your harvest. 1. Raised beds versus in-ground. Raised beds offer better drainage and soil quality control, while in-ground gardens can be more accessible and scalable. 2. Companion planting. Plant complementary vegetables together to enhance growth and deter pests. Seasonal planting. Grow vegetables that thrive in your climate and season. 1. Cool season crops. Plant lettuce, spinach, and peas in early spring or fall. 2. Warm season crops. Tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers thrive in summer. 3.2 Growing techniques and care. Watering and feeding. Provide your plants with essential water and nutrients. 1. Watering. Water deeply but infrequently to encourage deep root growth. 1. Use drip irrigation to conserve water. 2. Fertilizing. Use organic fertilizers like compost or manure. 2. Follow a regular feeding schedule tailored to each vegetable's needs. Pest and disease management. Protect your garden from common threats. 1. Integrated pest management, IPM. Use a combination of methods to control pests, including physical barriers, beneficial insects, and organic pesticides. 2. Disease prevention. Rotate crops, choose disease-resistant varieties, and maintain proper spacing to reduce disease risk. Chapter 4. Blossoming Flower Gardens 4.1 Designing your flower garden. Choosing the right flowers. Select flowers that suit your climate and garden conditions. 1. Annuals versus perennials. Annuals bloom for one season, while perennials return year after year. 1. Mix both for continuous blooms. 2. Native plants. Choose native species for better adaptability and lower maintenance. Color and texture combinations. Create visually appealing flower arrangements. 1. Color theory. Use complementary colors for contrast or analogous colors for harmony. 2. Texture and height. Mix plants with different textures and heights to add depth and interest. 4.2 Planting and caring for flowers. Proper planting techniques. Ensure your flowers thrive from the start. 1. Planting depth. Plant at the correct depth to prevent root rot or insufficient support. 2. Spacing. Follow recommended spacing to allow air circulation and reduce competition. Maintenance and pruning. Regular care keeps your flower garden vibrant. 1. Deadheading. Remove spent blooms to encourage new growth. 2. Pruning. Trim plants to maintain shape and promote healthy growth. Chapter 5. Indoor gardening and houseplants. 5.1 Selecting and caring for houseplants. Beginner-friendly houseplants. Start with easy-to-care-for plants. 1. Spider plant. Tolerates a variety of conditions and produces offshoots. 2. Pothos. Thrives in low light and irregular watering. 3. Aloe vera. Needs minimal care and has medicinal uses. Advanced houseplants. Challenge yourself with more complex species. 1. Orchids. Require specific humidity and light conditions. 2. Fiddle leaf fig. Needs consistent care and bright, indirect light. 3. Bonsai. Involves detailed pruning and training. 5.2 Indoor gardening techniques. Container gardening. Grow plants in pots with proper care. 1. Choosing containers. Select pots with good drainage. 1. Match the size to the plant's growth. 2. Soil mix. Use high-quality potting mix suitable for indoor plants. Hydroponics and aeroponics. Soilless gardening methods for indoors. 1. Hydroponics. Grow plants in nutrient-rich water solutions. 1. Set up a basic system with a reservoir and air pump. 2. Aeroponics. Roots are suspended in air and misted with nutrients, ideal for fast-growing plants. 5.3 Troubleshooting indoor plant problems. Pest control for houseplants. Keep indoor plants healthy and pest-free. 1. Spider mites. Treat with insecticidal soap or neem oil. 2. Mealybugs. Remove manually and use alcohol on affected areas. 3. Fungus gnats. Let soil dry out and use sticky traps to control adults. Growth issues and solutions. Identify and correct common problems. 1. Light and water. Ensure plants receive adequate light and water. 1. Adjust as needed. 2. Nutrient deficiencies. Use appropriate fertilizers to address specific deficiencies. 3. Repotting needs. Repot plants that have outgrown their containers to promote healthy growth. Chapter 6. Sustainable and eco-friendly gardening. 6.1 Adopting sustainable practices. Reducing waste in the garden. Implement eco-friendly techniques. 1. Composting. Turn organic waste into valuable compost to enrich your soil. 2. Recycling materials. Use recycled materials for garden structures and containers. Water conservation. Use water wisely in your garden. 1. Rainwater harvesting. Collect and store rainwater for irrigation. 2. Efficient irrigation. Use drip irrigation systems to reduce water waste. 6.2 Organic gardening methods. Benefits of organic gardening. Organic gardening promotes a healthier environment. 1. Soil health. Organic practices improve soil structure and fertility. 2. Biodiversity. Encourages beneficial insects and microorganisms. Organic fertilizers and pest control. Natural solutions for garden health. 1. Fertilizers. Use compost, manure, and green manure to fertilize plants. 2. Pest control. Employ natural predators, insecticidal soaps, and companion planting to manage pests. 6.3 Creating wildlife-friendly gardens. Supporting local wildlife. Enhance biodiversity in your garden. 1. Habitat creation. Provide food, water, and shelter for wildlife. 2. Native plants. Use plants that support local ecosystems. Protecting biodiversity. Avoid practices that harm the environment. 1. Invasive species. Refrain from planting species that can disrupt local habitats. 2. Sustainable practices. Adopt gardening methods that protect and enhance biodiversity. Chapter 7. Enjoying and enhancing your garden. 7.1 Designing your garden retreat. Create a space that invites relaxation and enjoyment. 1. Seating areas. Include comfortable seating options such as benches, chairs, or hammocks. 2. Pathways. Design paths that meander through your garden, offering opportunities for exploration and contemplation. 3. Water features. Incorporate water elements like fountains or ponds to add tranquility and attract wildlife. Seasonal interest. Plan for year-round beauty in your garden. 1. Seasonal blooms. Choose plants that bloom at different times of the year to ensure ongoing color and interest. 2. Evergreen structure. Include evergreen plants to provide structure and form during the winter months. 7.2 Practicing mindfulness in the garden. Gardening as meditation. Use gardening as a form of mindfulness and stress relief. 1. Focus on the present. Engage all your senses in the act of gardening, focusing on the sights, smells, sounds, and textures around you. 2. Deep breathing. Take deep, intentional breaths as you work, allowing yourself to fully immerse in the moment. Connecting with nature. Develop a deeper connection with the natural world. 1. Observation. Take time to observe the subtle changes and rhythms of nature unfolding in your garden. 2. Gratitude practice. Cultivate a sense of gratitude for the beauty and abundance that surrounds you in your garden. Conclusion. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us through the verdant landscapes of Cozy Corner Gardens. With the knowledge and inspiration gained from this guide, may your gardening endeavors blossom into a source of joy, tranquility, and abundance. Remember to nurture your garden with care, patience, and love, and watch as it flourishes and grows along with you. Happy gardening! Additional resources. Books and websites. 1. Gardening books. Explore a wealth of gardening knowledge from expert authors and practitioners. 2. Online forums. Join gardening communities to share experiences, seek advice, and connect with fellow enthusiasts. Local gardening events and workshops. 1. Gardening workshops. Attend workshops and seminars hosted by local botanical gardens, nurseries, and community centers. 2. Garden tours. Participate in garden tours to gain inspiration and insights from fellow gardeners in your area. Chapter